between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Herbert being chased out left. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 38, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field. That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
From the 24, Burrow. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
This will be fielded at the 17. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They started on the ground with Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Herbert. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. He didn't like what he saw down. Best course of action was to take off and run, and that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They snap it to Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Trent Taylor. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. First down. Here's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch. Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ready?
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick. And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. He's got room past the 30. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down at the 27. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
On 1, ready?
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 30 on second down, Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, 70 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Burrow on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group is now...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Charger drive about to get going. On first down, Justin Herbert. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Flushed out right. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Eckler now between the tackles. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Here we go.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And Burrow going to throw again. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down. Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, 55 yards. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
12. 11 MC, 11 Mighty, 11 Thomas, 11.
Burrow will throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to
11
lead.
mighty, 11 mighty, 11 MT tank, 11 MT tank. Stop.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack.
Here we go.
And that'll bring up
11,
third.
11, 11. Stop.
Now Burrow down around his goal line. He's got a man complete. The 40. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here we go.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Stop.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 11.
A final shot now for Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big